by the quarterback. Get it into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Let's go to Michigan.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Book. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side.
First presidential cycle. With that early voting, I talked to the township's clerk here. He said she's seen lines along this 60, 90 minutes
of the touchdown. Luck's going to send this one away.
Days. Maximum enthusiasm. She said voters
and no chance to return this one through the end zone.
They've seen their vote less counting. You've seen a big number the first time. Voters as well. And that is not just happening here in the township of Macomb County. It's happening across the state. Even before today, more than close to 3.5 million people have already voted, close to half the active registered voters in the state. And just one mention of that, it's really hot today. It's these eyes voting stickers.
The throw is Mahomes.
High school students, adults,
It's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. Complete less than half of your pass attempts. It just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you think for Turnt today?
I guess they have to do this said it was going to do with this access. So that's
here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Throwing it
right
into the hands of his running back.
Decision more than anything else.
He'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Did you work with him perhaps in 2016?
Throwing again. It's Mahomes.
You did. So did you go to the 2016?
Down the field, it's Worthy.
Interesting.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He's got it at the 7, and he's going to be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot.
Take it in, middle of the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
It used to be Republican territory. It's become more Democratic. However, the margins here have. You see that 52 to 46.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Something's well for the state of Michigan. That's Michigan 2016. Let's come back to 2020, and let's bring up here with Jim Trudeau. You see Detroit. Detroit is blue right here. And look just north of Detroit. That's Oakland County. Used to be a Republican suburb, more educated, more active. This is the Macomb County. This is used to be a Democratic suburb.
Coming up now for 1st and 10.
See, this is Trump, but the margin matter. Joe Biden gets 45% in 2020. When Joe Biden carries Michigan, go back to 2016, Hillary Clinton getting only 42% of votes. So sometimes
working out of the gun. It's Nix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Let's go back to 2020 as an example. It's also about whether her union allies succeed or fail in getting some of their workers to set aside.
So we come to halftime here in Denver, and the Broncos are out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
And if Vice President Harris is losing votes there, she wants to track Biden. But let's assume she's a little below Biden in the home county. Well, then, doing the math just to make it up in more actual Tulsa County. This is her coalition is very complicated. She's going to lose a little bit because of the dynamics. The question is, where can she make it up? And so Michigan is one of the fantastic opportunities to do that as we start to come into vote. And remember, the three blue wall states have voted together since 1992. We'll find out if that pattern continues or if it is broken. All right, thanks, John. We're just minutes away from the very first vote of the 2024 election coming through.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinator. Trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really completing high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He goes right back to Sutton. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw and still result in a big game.
They send Sutton in motion. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's Komet. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And this is the switch for $20. Go to GiveUp.com and see how much you can save.
Second down. Nix. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw is Nix, and that is incomplete.
I hate that shit there.
In a hurry, didn't they?
I hate that shit
Luckily
there.
for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
I go into a lot of things thinking sophomore, and I thought these youth would be thinking, but was it? People are like, what are you doing? Because my skin looks completely different than it did. I feel like people can see me for me because of how much of
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Although just cleaned my entire house for $19. Seriously, $19.
Nick's gonna throw for it. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short. but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. There he goes again. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, right, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy's one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, second and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
That is caught by the tight end. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Butker now to add the PAT.
A Superior Court judge has now extended voting at two precincts.
And the Chiefs have come back to level
Precinct
things.
52. They were both in the same
28-all.
facility. That's the Mountain Park Activity Center in Stone Mountain. It was evacuated for about an hour
So
or
back
so.
to level after
Everything
the
stopped down
touchdown.
there for
Time for the
58 minutes.
kickoff.
So voting will continue until 7:58
Jones now on the return.
That just coming in and security
Wow,
protection.
they are hit
Let me show you,
now.
this is the Grace
Tight
Newport
game.
Church. We are
He takes
just
a big
before
shot there
another
on that
last year
return.
was expected. That's what the manager, the poll manager here, and says that as we get closer to 7 p.m., this voting location will close at 7, that she's expecting another rush. This morning she says she's never seen anything like
A
it.
fresh
People
set of
showed up.
downs to
She
work
said
with.
women,
It is first
people
down
of color,
and 10.
Asian Americans as well. There's a lot of excitement from young people. Aaron, back to you.
Here's Nix to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific moving tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Now, a second down throw for Nix.
Damn, Nick's hard. Throwing shit.
Intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you're going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Safe and secure. Because I'm going to say we've been in regular contact with the RNC.
They'll work now on second and 4.
Irregularities at the course to ensure Philadelphia can go safely and securely. Taking it a step further,
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem. And plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Players who's called for any kind of concern on anything, including Philadelphia, campground, and the voting desk, so there's been some new details on what's yeah,
Line of scrimmage to 7 for second and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Cody Barnes. And the Broncos Bulldogs are going to take over here at their own 22.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. Up the sideline at the 35. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. A pickup there of 28 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
About 55% of the total votes for America. The next result determined when they include today's election day votes. In addition to that, officials will need to process the ballots dropped off across the county today.
Back to throw is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
Now, by law, the state has to report all the mail ballots received by Monday by an hour after the polls closed. Officials say, that I've been speaking to, they expect around 75% of Georgia's overall vote to be released at around 8 o'clock. And an official I've been speaking to says that the majority of
coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
Now, in Michigan, the Secretary of State, I just spoke to the Secretary of State just off the phone with her.
On fourth down, here's Nix. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. It's a big play on fourth down. 41 yards.
So this is an important area if we have a place this races, but 7,000 overseas ballots have not been returned yet. So again, we're going to have to back to you. Yeah, absolutely. Secretary of State, but earlier Secretary Benson saying it comes down to a margin of 7,000, we could be waiting.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and
So
goal.
we will see. All right, Pam, thank you very much for the voting desk. Let's go to Sarah Murray.
They'll run. It's Williams. He slams it in there, and he is in. Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Broncos.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Speaking to officials, they still believe we are going to see very timely results in Georgia, even though we have these 5 locations in Fulton County that are going to be staying open later, as well as a handful of other locations across the state. Still a lot of optimism for officials here that we're going to see some speedy results tonight. Yeah, absolutely. The Secretary of State there has been so confident in that. We hope that's the case. All right, Sarah Murray, thank you very much.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Out
of the gun, here's Mahomes. Going for it all. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards.
become overwhelmed with the
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. John Franklin Myers there on the stop.
48 there. So that's a very important point when Kate is saying, there could be precincts over a little bit longer to deal with that. That's what happens. Number one. Number two, if you're still going and you see things on social media, never just say it for your county officials.
Second
Be careful
and
about what you read on social media, especially if it's coming from somebody who has a stake in the outcome of the election. So that's Pennsylvania. I just want to put this out in Georgia with this last one.
They go play action with
Mahomes. Really important package.
And he'll
The bomb
take it
comes to the
on
two
in.
corners open. And after the defense of
Worthy.
10% popularity, you see how clearly this is the Democratic coalition.
Two touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Again, it's good to know
That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way
Thanks so
with
much.
this
And we're getting
group.
a new read on the issues that matter. We're going to take a chance to back for more extra points. They're concerned a lot of people about this issue of protecting democracy.
It's the number one issue, according to the exit poll of voters across the country in this election. 35% of voters in this election, they say,
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time?
70%.
And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
25% think it's secure. Are you confident that elections are being conducted fairly and accurately in the United States? Well, 2/3 of voters in this election, 68%, say they are confident. 31% of voters say they're not confident that elections are being conducted fairly and accurately today. We also have to look at that by coalition of supporters. So
they'll keep it on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
That election will be conducted fairly and accurately. Only 11% are not confident. As I'm sure you can imagine, after 11 years, Donald Trump is a totally different story. It's a split decision. Only 47% of Trump voters in this election say they're confident that the election was conducted fairly and accurately. 52%, a slim majority of Trump voters, are not confident, Jake.
They'll throw. It's Nix.
Are you concerned about violence?
This is
as a result of the
intercepted.
election? And overall, 71% of voters across the country
And he is going to score.
say yes.
A pick six for the touchdown.
27%
Here's
say
Butker
no.
now for the
All
extra
right,
point.
Dave, thanks so much. Anderson, over to you. Yeah, Dave, thanks very much.
He's got it. And the Chiefs will go up by 7.
I was just by the number of Republicans in those exit polls that actually do trust the election.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Now, people can interpret that differently. I think that there are some on the right who are going to say, well, it's less democracy the other side. But I think by and large, that tends to capture the voters looking for about January 6th, stop this bill, and the people.
I think this challenging, this assertion of fraud and affiliates and the other things we've said lately is one of the reasons why people are concerned about violence and about what's going to happen after the election, because this has become more and more a mantra as the days
on 1st and 10.
That's
That's a short throw caught by Komet.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catchability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This will be a fair election, a free election. It's going to come out the way it's supposed to.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Hopefully, our team wins.
To me, it is interesting that democracy should be a shared value has now become almost a partisan issue.
When you look at
Throwing. Nix.
conservative option, you would not say
This one complete to Sutton.
party, Republican Party,
And that's going to be a
Party of
first
Liberty
down.
or Party of
A
Liberty. Something
pickup
goes
of
on.
9.
The Democratic Party, I think,
Doing a
has
nice
picked up
job
the
there to
game.
move the chains
People kind of
early
think
in
that
this
they're
drive, but now as they approach midfield,
It's
continue to keep
interesting
your
that
foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and
It
go.
seems sort of just
Every time you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short game.
It is one of the 7 things expected for ultimately this who becomes the 47th president of the United States on Jake Temple in the very first presidential votes are about to be posted. The American people.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Vice President Kamala Harris to talk about or return former President Donald Trump to the White House. We're getting closer to the first major round of poll votes and our first case to be projected. 60 of the 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes.
7 p.m.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
Kentucky, South Carolina, Vermont,
And he will
and
dive
Virginia.
into the end
Some
zone.
places in the eastern
76 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City.
From those two states at any moment.
That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season.
In the Democrats' 2020 presidential victory, Georgia's 16 electoral votes could be decisive in this election as well. Our correspondents are tracking electing and voting in all the southern states and will be on the scene as the first vote counts are reported. Our correspondents are working their sources inside the Harris and Trump campaigns. Let's check in with Abby Phillip, who is at the Harris headquarters at Howard University here in Washington, D.C. And Abby, what are you hearing from the campaign at the second?
Well, Jake, these are the critical turnout hours
The
for the
kickoff
Harris
team is
campaign,
out
and
on
I'm
the field.
here with my
And we're
colleague
back
Jeff
to it
Zellaby.
as the
He's
kicks
been
away.
reporting about how the Harris campaign,
Jones
Jeff,
now
is
on the return.
trying to, in these final
And he's
moments,
down
reach
at
the
the
people they need
23,
to
and
reach
that's where the offense will
It's
take
so
over.
extraordinary. I mean, even as the vice president was able to virtually here about 100 miles away in the campaign toward in Wilmington, they are checking these turnout numbers and literally going door by door. The senior advisor told me just a short time ago, if you have not voted yet, you will get a knock on your door, or someone will give you a phone call. Just a few moments ago, the campaign sent out a blast release saying,
First
ready
and 10.
volunteers to call people who have not voted. So that is how micro this is. But on a broader
Throwing
sense, the Harris
is Nix.
campaign,
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And nothing doing on
and
that
one
one.
question is,
He'll
yes,
go down
the
behind the
turnout
line.
is high in cities like Madison and Milwaukee and Detroit, but the high turnout can obviously go both ways.
Slot man
So the question
in
of the gender
motion
gap
right.
is front and center here.
On
Howard
second
University,
down,
obviously,
it's
first
Nix.
coming in here shortly.
Checking it
And
down,
she's
this one
also
is
been
caught.
working on
Well, it's brought
speech.
down, that
We
pass
do
is
not
gonna
know if
pick
she will
up
deliver
4
it here tonight.
and
Of course,
bring
it
up
could be
third down.
one of two times, but we do
Defensive
know
coordinators
that she
preach
will be
all the
active
time. Play
quickly,
pass defense
to
with
whatever this
vision.
campaign
It's exactly
does.
the
So,
case
1
here.
hour
They're able to rally to the
the
ball,
critical
keep that
Georgia.
to a short game.
This election is still going on.
They
People
motion
are
a
still
receiver
being contacted
right.
that they have not voted.
And as you know,
From the
Jeff,
gun,
the key
on third
advantage
down.
of the Harris campaign
And this drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force fourth down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Well, Jake, it was obviously a difference in Trump and his campaign itself. Trump himself has been making baseless claims about fraud happening already.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long.
What he is talking about or what rules he's referencing. saying, I'm here at the convention
Working
center,
out of the gun.
Christian
It's Nix.
And obviously,
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
There's a lot of...
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Their way, essentially giving away their game. So all the exact same thing we hear the Bears campaign is doing is trying to reach the quarterback and drive up.
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Hassan Haskins. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
They are actually looking at
Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Volunteers. They're looking to see how many of those volunteers are tracking their people that they were supposed to reach out and bring to the polls actually voting, because if they're not tracking the number, they want to reach out again and make sure that they're actually doing everything they can to get those people to the polls. This was part of their ground game strategy. It's also why it's so risky, because you're depending on volunteers instead of actual professionals. We'll obviously have to see if it pays off.
Yeah, it's a big bet that they're making on this election day vote. They filter about early votes, so they feel about the numbers that we're seeing coming in now. And obviously, Jake, North Carolina and Georgia,
both teams ready to go once more as the kicks away.
The close list. It's maybe a read on how the whole night can go.
On the return, here's Mims.
We're getting another.
Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
What are you thinking about when the voters made up their minds about who they were going to vote for, who I can say for president?
They talk so much about how each candidate is closing at the end and the very small slice of voters left undecided. Most voters decided long ago. Look at this. When did you make up your mind and decide on the presidential vote? Only 3% of voters nationwide, at least in the very extra vote, say in the last few days. 3% say in the last
for Nix.
6%
He's going to try it here again. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Only 3% in the last few days, and 3% in the last week. Again, 80% before September were locked in. And on the Trump side, we look at his supporters in the last
from the shotgun. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. But contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
All right, David Kelly, fascinating stuff. David Mannish, I mean, that's most people made up their minds long ago, but still, in an election with margins this
now
thin,
Nick's going to look to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Campaigns to be targeting the people that they thought were most likely to come their way. And we saw it in the...
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
Reaching out to people, I'm sure, promising that if they're a Republican or an independent, that they are not going to have to worry about her governing anything other than across the aisle, whether they bought it. Chris and I were talking earlier at the Voter from Canada, which
On first down, it's
Mahomes.
Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. Listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
How unknown Kamala Harris was during the general electorate. The idea that 80% of the people that decided they were going to vote for her, without knowing almost anything about her, only 7% of them didn't
play fake. Now it's
a big
Mahomes.
debate. Generally, it's a big victory for her. And now,
He's intercepted.
Billion papers went
And the Broncos are going to get the football at their own 40.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, he thinks he has the answers. The secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
So it was actually pretty remarkable.
All right, we're counting down to our first chance to make projections in the presidential race. That's at the top of the next hour. We're inside 2 polling places in these final hours.
On first down, here's Nix to throw.
Very soon, Brewer.
He's going to air this one out. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
It's what the industry. These things operate at they have to be reckoned. It's a Ozempic right for you, November 17th at 8 p.m.
They send Sutton in motion. Second down. Nix. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Chamari Connor. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to take a shot down the field. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception.
Most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear in 5 years.
Who's Christopher? Before treatment, your doctor should check out for infections and TPA. Go to your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or feeling symptoms.
Emerge with clear skin. Ask your doctor about Turnt.
And he can hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, brings the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Why do you desire to choose for the people and the subscription levels and lets you get out of you? How much money do you desire to choose for the people and the subscription levels? You have 3 channels.
I'd like to hear that too, Mr. Bill.
Choosing customized for channel 1.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season.
Or call 1-877-866-8552.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Sold for less than $20. Go to DealDash.com and see how much you can save. How many subscriptions do you have?
Probably just Netflix.
All right, it's saying you have 13 subscriptions, which is costing you around $270 a month. You can cancel ones you don't want right through the app, and it can even help you try and get a refund.